Singapore has long punched above its weight as a talent magnet. Top-tier universities, a business-friendly regulatory climate, high salaries, and a dense, innovation-driven ecosystem. But 2025 is shaping up as a different playing field. Global labor markets have shifted after pandemic recovery. Countries are rewriting visa rules and incentives, and geopolitical change has nudged talent flows in new directions. Employers now chase very specific skills: AI, biotech, fintech, clean energy, advanced manufacturing, and governments are rolling out fast, targeted pathways to capture them. This video unpacks the 5 countries that in 2025 are most actively competing to attract Singapore's talented workforce. For each country, I'll explain the policy levers, economic pull factors, cultural or lifestyle appeals, and the realistic trade-offs a Singaporean professional would face in moving. Expect hard policy facts, recent program names, and quick tips for viewers who might be considering a jump. Why this matters: talent isn't just people, it's the engine of innovation, growth, and national competitiveness. If 5 countries are fighting harder than before to win Singapore's talent, that both validates Singapore's high value of its workforce and raises the stakes. Employers, policymakers, and professionals must be strategic. Ready? Let's count them down, using word numbers for clarity. Number 5. Hong Kong. Hong Kong has re-emerged in 2025 as a serious regional rival to Singapore for certain slices of the talent market, especially finance, legal services, and mainland-facing tech. After policy recalibrations, Hong Kong launched new talent passes and simplified high-value visa categories, for example, the Top Talent Pass scheme, with multi-year stays and sector-specific flexibilities. For multinational banks and asset managers focused on Greater China, Hong Kong's regulatory alignment with mainland markets remains attractive. Hong Kong's value proposition for Singaporeans is proximity to mainland China business, familiar cultural and language touchpoints for many regional professionals, and in certain financial rankings, renewed competitiveness. However, relocation to Hong Kong carries distinct trade-offs, political and regulatory shifts that some candidates may find challenging, and a housing market that can be as tight and expensive as Singapore's. Still, recent 2025 rankings and government programs indicate Hong Kong is actively trying to win back and court regional talent, making it an important competitor for Singapore's workforce. Number 4. Canada. Canada has quietly become a magnet for skilled professionals worldwide, and in 2025, it's one of the most deliberate competitors for Singapore's talent. The global talent stream and express entry pathways let employers and skilled applicants find faster routes to work permits and permanent residency. Canada's tech hubs, Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, are growing rapidly, and Canadian employers are offering supportive relocation packages, remote-first options, and pathways to PR that are notably transparent compared with many other countries. From a Singaporean perspective, Canada sells a different bargain: high quality of life, public services, and an immigration system that often has clearer numeric targets for skilled migration. While salaries in some sectors may be lower than top US levels, the total package, social benefits, PR prospects, and inclusive multicultural cities is attractive, especially for families and professionals who value long-term stability. In 2025, the Canadian government's ongoing express entry draws and global talent programs make the country a practical and increasingly common relocation destination for Asian talent. Number 3. United Kingdom. The United Kingdom, after Brexit adjustments and recent visa innovation, is aggressively repositioning itself to attract global talent. In 2025, the UK's visa toolbox includes newer streams such as the High Potential Individual (HPI) visa and a retooled skilled worker route that employers use to recruit foreign professionals. The HPI visa, in particular, is designed to tap talented graduates from top universities worldwide and offers flexibilities that appeal to early-stage high flyers and recent postgrads. For Singaporeans, London and other UK hubs are compelling because of the deep finance and fintech ecosystem, a dense cluster of AI and healthcare startups, and historical cultural business ties across the Commonwealth. The UK also pitches easier networks for founders, strong access to capital markets, and internationally respected academic links. The downsides are notable: higher cost of living in London, post-Brexit regulatory uncertainty for certain sectors, and the need to navigate sponsor requirements for some job offers. Still, recent UK visa schemes and targeted talent programs make Britain one of the top 5 countries actively competing for Singapore's best professionals. Number 2. Australia. Australia is one of the most active competitors for Singapore's skilled workforce in 2025, thanks to a deliberate, skills-focused migration program and competitive quality of life. Canberra has steadily increased planning levels for skilled migration, refined priority occupation lists, and simplified some pathways for highly skilled professionals, especially in tech, health, engineering and mining, engineering specialties. For Singaporeans, Australia's attractions include English language ease, favourable time zones for APAC business ties, widely available permanent residency routes for skilled workers, and lifestyle draws, good schools, lower population density, and comparatively affordable housing. Importantly, Australian policy levers in 2024-2025 emphasise a pipeline approach: temporary skilled visas tied to employer sponsorship and state nomination, plus targeted permanent residency routes for in-demand professions. Employers there are actively poaching Asian talent by offering fast sponsorship and relocation packages. For families weighing moves, Australia often looks like a lower-friction option versus the US or Europe, with clearer roadmaps to long-term settlement. These policy commitments make Australia a strong contender for Singaporean tech and healthcare professionals looking for both career progression and a different lifestyle. Number 1. The United States. The United States remains the heavyweight aspirant when it comes to top tech, finance and research opportunities. For Singaporean professionals eyeing hyperscale startups, venture capital ecosystems, world-class research labs and universities, and the chance to work at the frontier of frontier tech, the US is still unique. American companies offer the scale of teams and the funding available for moonshots. Academic labs offer long-term research prospects, and the pay packages can outstrip what's typical in Singapore for similar roles. But 2025 is complicated. US immigration and work visa policies have been volatile. Recent policy debates and fee changes around H-1B programs are altering the calculus for employers and candidates, which means moving to the US often involves uncertainty, sponsorship hassles, and higher costs. That uncertainty has created openings for countries with faster, cleaner immigration pathways. Still, for those chasing high-risk, high-return startup equity or a top research post, the US continues to be irresistible. Employers in the US are also increasingly courting foreign nationals with remote/hybrid offers, and in some hubs they're rolling out tailored relocation support to secure Singapore-trained candidates. Talent is mobile, and choices are increasingly granular. Compensation, visa speed, long-term residency prospects, family quality of life, and access to capital all matter. For Singaporean professionals, the top 5 competitors in 2025, the United States, Australia, the United Kingdom, Canada, and Hong Kong, each present different trade-offs and opportunities. The smartest move is to weigh concrete policy mechanisms, visa names, PR timelines, sectoral demand, AI, biotech, finance, and personal priorities. If you found this breakdown useful, hit like and subscribe to InfoSphere for follow-ups. I can expand any country into a full step-by-step relocation guide, visa route, timeline, cost estimate, interview tips. Drop which country you want next in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.